Hey guys, I hope you're all doing amazing today. So I wanted to jump on here and do a fun little reading for me and maybe for you too if you're interested in these kinds of readings. This is going to be a pop culture reading on Amanda Bynes, okay? So honestly, I feel like I'm interested in these kinds of readings because I feel like situations that like Amanda Bynes is in, or like Britney Spears, or any of these kind of like situations where it feels like these celebrities are kind of being controlled, or it just, there's just situations with celebrities or in Hollywood in general. I kind of want to do a reading on Hollywood in general, just to kind of, get an overall energy of what Hollywood is and kind of what it's based off of, what it like sits on, what the energy of Hollywood sits on, and kind of just get a reading on that. I'll probably do that soon. Let me know if you guys would be interested in something like that on this channel. Yeah, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know if you're interested in that. But for now, I want to do a reading on Amanda Bynes because, like, I grew up with Amanda Bynes. I loved Amanda Bynes. I quoted her all the time as a kid. Like, I loved Amanda Bynes. I loved her. So to see her in the way, in her state right now, it's so sad. And it also seems really like something's off about the situation for sure. And it's given me for sure like Britney Spears vibes. Like something's real off. Like her parent, something weird with her parents, some weird energy with Dan Schneider. It's like, let's look into it. Let's get into it, right? Okay, so let's get the overall energy of like where Amanda Bynes is at energetically right now. Where is Amanda Bynes at energetically right now? Okay. Okay, so back of the card energy, the Star, okay? So that is like, that's telling me, okay, so this has to do with something about her being, like there's a story, okay? There's a story of Amanda Bynes that is being put out to the public. I know she just recently started and then ended a podcast. And like in the podcast, it's just, there's something off about it, man. Like I watched a clip of it. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I watched a clip of it and she just seems so robotic, right? Like, I mean, if you're keen on the story with Amanda Bynes, like there's just something off about it, right? And so what I'm feeling with the Star card is like there's some kind of story that's trying to be kept, that it's almost like the way she is being portrayed online, or the way she's being portrayed to the media is like important some way. And then we have the Moon card in conjunction with this Star card. Yeah. Oof. Okay. So I'm feeling like, but underneath something, there's a completely different story. Like on the outside, it's like, okay, this is the storyline. This is Amanda's storyline that is going to be displayed to the public. But then we have the Moon card, which is like, but something underneath there's something that's not being told, okay? There's something that's going on in the shadows, behind closed doors here, okay? And then back of the card energy again, it's like, interesting. Ooh. I've got a weird feeling. I've got a weird feeling about this. Okay, I mean, I already had a weird feeling, but I have an even weirder feeling now. Ugh. Hold on, give me a second. Let me fan off myself. Let me fan myself for a second. Oh. God, I just feel like I want to take a shower. Something's dirty, man. Yeah, like I feel like I want to take a shower. I feel dirty. Weird. Okay. We have the 10 of cups here. Okay? That means like this is making me feel like everything's fine. On the outside, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Amanda Bynes, she's fine. That's what we're showing you. We're showing you that Amanda Bynes is fine. Amanda Bynes is fine. Everything's fine. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Okay? I don't believe that. Yeah. The moon isn't here for fun. Moon ain't here for shits and giggles. Okay? Something's off. There's some secrets. There's some things that aren't being said to the public. There's some secrets that aren't being told. Okay? Okay. So what's going on? All right, let's get into this moon card, shall we? Let's get into the moon card. What's going on with this moon card in pertinence to Amanda Bynes? What's going on with this moon card? Okay, we have the Page of Swords. Ooh. Okay, I just saw a chessboard, and the Page of Swords feels like it's a pawn. A pawn. Okay. A pawn. Gosh. Okay, a pawn. Who's moving the pieces? Okay. Guys, it feels like Amanda Bynes is a pawn. Or there's a pawn here. Something is being moved like a pawn. Like it's like, yeah, it's like there's yeah, like this is just the pawn. It feels like Amanda Bynes is like the pawn, and there's like some things. Sorry, I feel like I'm working through some really dense energy here. Where's my crystal? Where's my crystal? Where'd it go? I feel like Jillian on Practical Magic. She's like, I need my tiger's eye. Where's my tiger's eye? Okay. Okay. Okay, I got my crystal. We'll keep this right here, okay? Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll keep you right here, buddy. We'll keep it right here, buddy. Thank you. Okay, because like, it feels like Amanda Bynes is like this pawn. And when you think about chess, the pawn is just used to like, I'm not super seasoned on the game of chess. I know how to play a little bit. My son taught me how to play chess. My sweet boy, he taught me how to play chess. And from what I know of my minimal skills of playing chess, I know that the pawns are kind of just like, they kind of distract. They're like distractions so that the big guys can do what they want. Ugh. Okay, that's what it feels like. It feels like this poor girl is a pawn in a chess game where the big dogs are just using her for their own game, their own agendas. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there's an energy right there. What else should we kind of look into? Okay, let's look at the dynamic between Amanda Bynes and her parents, okay? let's look at the dynamic, or the trinamic, whatever you want to, that's probably not even a word, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying, like, the dynamic between Amanda Bynes, that's one energy, and her parents, that could be another energy. Okay, what's the dynamic between Amanda Bynes and her parents? Yeah. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. What does the Nine of Swords mean for this dynamic? A nightmare. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. The dynamic is a nightmare. The dynamic is a nightmare. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, it's a nightmare. The Queen of Wands. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this could represent either Amanda Bynes' mom or just like her parents in general, meaning like they kind of have leadership over her money. Okay, well, yeah, I think that's pretty apparent. They have leadership over her money, and yeah, they have leadership over her earnings. Oh, ooh, okay. So I'm feeling like almost like this podcast was a way for them to make more money off of her. Like they're working with like, because it feels like she's not in charge of her money. It doesn't feel like she's in charge of a whole lot of anything, really. But maybe it's almost like she's being told that she's in charge of her money. She thinks she's in charge. She thinks she's in charge of something here. But in reality, I don't feel like that's true. I feel like it's like her parents are the masterminds behind her money and how they're going to continue to accumulate money using her. God, that's sad. What else? The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. What does the Nine of Wands mean in this situation here? Man, okay, you know what I felt with that? It felt like perseverance, but like an unhealthy kind of perseverance. Like, yeah, it feels like it's like a show. Like, this is the image that I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing like a dog being exhausted, but its owners have it on a leash and they're just dragging it. Like, they're just dragging it. Like, it doesn't matter that this dog is obviously like can't walk for himself, but that doesn't matter. Like, the show must go on. The show must go on. Yeah, the show must go on. But like, look, she's done. Like, she's got nothing. She's depleted. But that doesn't matter to her parents. Golly, man, you poor thing. Yeah, it's like you have more to give. Like, there's more to give. Like, there's more. charity, like, oh my gosh, they're draining her. They're draining her, draining her. Yeah, it's all about money. It's all about keeping the money flowing, keeping the family name like this, it's all about money, man. Sick. How does this happen? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. This is really about money? Golly. My goodness gracious. All right, let's clean the board. Clean the board. All right, the poor dear. Okay, yeah, the podcast just seems like an attempt to keep the money flowing, an attempt to keep using her for all she's got. It feels like, man, this poor thing. She's so lost. She wants to trust people that say they have her best interest, but there's a lot of people around her that are snakes, man. She's got lots of snakes. She's got a lot of snakes around her that are pretending to be someone that care about her. And it's like, it's super confusing. Like, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like, yeah, okay, this is the image I'm seeing in my mind. I feel like I see her sitting cross-legged, and there's just like this merry-go-round of like faces, right? And they're just kind of all changing. The faces are all changing, okay? Like they're just kind of spinning around her, and there's just all these faces, okay? And then one face is like happy and like loving, and then it goes around her, and then it's like dark and like sticky, and like it stinks, and then it comes back around, and then when it comes in front of her face, it's like this, and then and then it's just all these faces are like changing, and it's not easy for her, okay? Like there are so many, and it feels like there's so many aspects to this situation that we can't even possibly begin to understand. And I'm also feeling like the whole, like, when a person is in an abusive relationship and they stay, and then like people on the outside of the situation who have no idea what truly goes on the inside are like, why don't you just leave? Why couldn't you just leave? And I feel like it's that kind of energy in this situation, but like to an extent that we could not have possibly even ever imagined. Like there is some serious bullshit at play here that has got her like hooked. Like she is, ooh. Yeah. Poor thing, man. I'm going to send her some love right now. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's send her some sunlight, shall we? She deserves some sunlight. I'm going to imagine a bubble, a white light of protection around her. Yeah. Let's send Amanda Bynes some love. Like this video. Let's reach as many people as we can to send Amanda Bynes some love right now, man. She needs it. Okay. Let's send her some love. Let's just put a big old bright light. Let's just like imagine the brightest light just shining in her life that's starting in her heart and just radiating outwards, so that any darkness is exposed around her, so that she can see it, so she can see these faces for who they are, and not just swimming around her like sharks, man. And in front of her face, they're like, oh, hey, like, oh, this is good. And then behind her, they're like, like, it's gross, man. Okay, so we're sending Amanda Bynes some light, baby. All right. Okay. Okay. The Sun card. I like that. The Sun card. Yeah. Okay. Strength. The Sun card and strength. And we also have the Nine of Cups. Okay. And we also have Five of Pentacles, which is about kind of lack. Okay. I wonder if something's going to be exposed here pretty soon. Yeah, because we have the Sun card. I feel like there's going to be some kind of exposure here. Like I just, yeah, I feel like there's going to be some kind of exposure here. Yeah, there is. I was just about to say, I sure hope so. No, there is. Like, no, there is. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be some sort of exposure in her life that's going to result in strength, okay? Yeah, like I'm feeling, I wonder if she's going to like, yeah, guys, let's send her that love. Send her that love. Send her that sunlight so that she can see. So she can see the sharks. She can see the bullshit. So she won't trust people. Because that's how they get her. They like pretend to be something. They pretend to be good. And then they gain her trust. And then she gives some kind of, she gives something to, yeah, something is pretending to be good, right? More than one entity, you know, not necessarily a non-physical entity, but just like an entity, an energy. There's an energy around her that like pretends to be good, but then behind her back is like, it's like insidious, right? And so I feel like it's almost like I'm seeing her like in a dungeon, and she's just kind of like hunched over like this, and she's exhausted and she's tired, and she's like got these drag, like these like tore up clothes, and she's like in this dungeon, and she's like tired, and she's tired. But then like I feel like the Sun and the Strength card, I feels like there's some kind of positive thing like working with her, because like I saw her just kind of like hunched over in this like cellar in this dungeon. It's dark and it's gray, but then like somebody scooted like a bowl of water. Like somebody scooted a bowl of water underneath like the door, and she kind of like, she's like this, but then she kind of like looks up and she like sees the water, and she's like, oh my gosh. And then she like drinks it, and she's drinking it. It gives her some of that, it gives her some strength. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then it looks like this is like somebody is watching over her dungeon. Yeah. Interesting. Sick. But good. I'm glad there's something there that's keeping her alive. Okay, that's what I feel like that's what the energy feels like. It feels like although she is like in prison, although it's like she's in prison and she's got like this guard watching over her, like this greedy, selfish guard like watching over her in her like cell. It's like, yeah, okay. And it's very confident. Like I feel like there's something very confident that they have her, but like there's something that's being overlooked in this energy of like yeah, she's mine, I rule her, like she's under my thumb, she's my pawn. Like yeah, it's just like, it feels like, I don't know if you guys know about like I forget, what was it, not some guy abducted 3 girls for 10 years. I think it was in Ohio? I forget what his name was. Ariel Castro. Whoa. Okay, there it is. Yeah, Ariel Castro. He like abducted three women, three young girls, and kept them captive for 10 years. Okay, this is the kind of energy that I'm feeling. Like it's the same kind of energy that maybe Ariel Castro was kind of in resonance with, like this kind of like I've got it made because I have like a slave that I can take from whenever I want. Like I'm in charge of this. I have control. Wow. It's just, you know, a very intense energy of power over others. Like there's just like this intense energy of power over others. Somebody feeds off of her. Okay. And they're very confident. They're very smug and very like, they feel like they have it all because they have like this slave that they can just feed off of whenever they want to, right? But they don't, because of this energy, there's blindness in this energy, right? There is blindness in this energy because it's mucky, it's gross. And so because that there's such blindness in this energy, it makes for good energy to sneak in and kind of keep her going. Okay, it's keeping her alive somehow. It's keeping her going. It's keeping her on a good path. Okay, even though it looks real bad, because it is, there is still something like some entity that's got her back, and that's kind of like, you know, scooting water underneath her cell and like keeping her alive, right? Maybe it's like a spiritual thing also. I feel like it's definitely a spiritual thing. It feels like there's something like I feel like she's visited by like her guides or like angels, or like something's working with her. Okay. 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 So let's, to conclude this message, let's end it on a positive note. Like what, you know, we're going to do our best to end it on a positive note as much as we can. You know, everything always will end on a positive note. It depends on your perspective of things, you know, of like, yeah. But I'm hearing from my own guides that like, it's like there's no such thing as an unhappy ending. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. Everything is on, like my own spirit guides are like, everything is on, the plan is set. Like everything's fine. Okay. So any last messages in regards to, well, I guess there's not really any messages. It's up to us. What do we want to know, right? Okay. I don't even know what I want to know. You know, I feel like this is like kind of the reality of the situation, and all we can do really, yeah, that's what I feel like. That's how we can conclude this message, is that all we can do at this point is shine light to her, like send her love, send her light, so that the light energy that's working with her can do everything that they can to help her. Okay, so yeah, let's just give her some love. Okay, let's send her some good vibes. Let's send her some love. Let's send her a white light of protection, a white light bubble of protection. Let's put that around her and wish her well. Okay. All right. That's all I have for you guys for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It really helps me to continue to do this for you, for whoever needs to hear these kinds of things. So if you resonated, I mean, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this reading and what you think about Amanda Bynes in general. I'm curious to know like your guys' perspective of the situation also. But like, yeah, so let me know. Yeah. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.